Hello friends, Richard the Urban Walk here. I'm going to do a spiritual path, spiritual journey, spiritual quest based reading. These are collective take what resonates. So the idea is the cards are going to give us a bit of advice on what you've got coming up, what's going off, etc. Now, these are collective take what resonates. And we'll have a goosey-loosey at your spiritual journey. Right, let's have a look, see what's coming up. I should say, I offer spiritual advice and guidance sessions, so if you want those, please contact me to book. Right, let's have a look. You have to excuse the whining, bitching, moaning, screaming cat in the background. He's heard that I'm doing some content and decided to be a giant dick. Right, anyway. Right, so we start off with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse position. So Pentacles relates to the element of earth. It can be money and finance. It can be non-financial wealth. That's what you invest your time, efforts and energies in. Now, court cards can be an energy within ourselves, can be the energy of somebody else around us. Now, queens are feminine energy. As always, it's energy, not gender. So it can be a man, woman, somebody non-binary. Now, the Queen of Pentacles in the upright, she's kind, she's caring, she's loving, she's devoted, she's very motherly. She's cradling the pentacle like a baby there. Now, when it's in the reverse position, it can be a good thing because it means she's kind of pulling her energy back, but I don't want to go there because of the way the cards are falling. It kind of feels a little bit like... seems to be a bit of a common thing at the moment. There's a lot of people obviously going through awakenings and stuff like that. It feels like this is for a collective where they've been through an awakening, but they're trying to keep themselves latched onto the 3D. They're, you know, you do have a choice in this. You have free will and choice, but the problem is if you have a greater purpose or role within the ascension process, it's better just to go with it. It's just better, you know. The thing is, it's like I always say, it doesn't mean that you're going to become a reader or a healer or, you know, God forbid, become like me and become outspoken, become some kind of mouthpiece for the spiritual war. No, it can just be little things, you know what I mean? It might mean that, you know, you're supporting somebody who's on the front line. It might mean that you're working with children. If it's career based, it could be that you're an artist or a musician and you need to express that and find the confidence to put it out there. But it just feels like you're kind of trying to anchor in and hunker down and hide away. We then got the Knight of Swords in the reverse position. Swords are where we think, words we use. Knight's forward motion. Now this knight's rushing in, okay? So it talks about either news coming in fast or in this case, expressing yourself. I feel like there's a fear of expressing yourself. It might be that you're a little bit isolated from anybody who's a bit down the rabbit hole and you've got nobody to go to. Well, jump on my live, you know what I mean? My lot, they'll chat to you if I'm jabbering away. Let's give them a little bit of a shout out. I don't hardly ever give these guys a shout out, and I do apologise for that. Crystal Clouds, okay, Crystal Clouds, they're based in Mansfield Woodhouse, and they've got their own little community that goes off, you know what I mean? And it's a safe space for people to go along, have a chat, you know what I mean? There's lots of little different communities out there, but you've got to reach out, right? Because at the moment, you're not giving yourself justice you deserve, okay? Let's continue. Excuse my stomach if you picked up on that. Right, okay, the good news is it does kind of feel a little bit like, do I want to change my mind with this? I might change my mind with this, I'm not sure. We then got the Two of Wands, Wands fire action. This is about making a plan moving forward. So you're the chap there, globe in your hand, surveying the scenery. So you've decided what you want, you know what you want, making a plan. We then got the World card. The World's last of major arcanas, it means big cycle complete. So whereas tens are ongoing cycles, the World's the end of a big one. Now this is a spiritual based reading, so you've started to accept that it's time to leave that part of your life behind. It's time to close it down. There's no point fighting against it. Overall outcome cards, I might need to reassess this, I'm not 100% sure yet. No. Strength card in the reverse. Okay, so it can mean lack of strength, it can mean letting go of some pride. Let's get the advice cards out. Obstacles or blockages. Seven of Wands in the reverse position, Wands fire action. Upright position, this is about standing your ground. You're the chap on top of the hill there fighting off the six other wands or staves. The obstacle or blockage here is if you back down to this path that you're supposed to be on. Final card, removing any blockages. Might need to get some clarifiers out, if I'm honest with you. Page of Cups, Cups, water, emotions. Page is more youthful energy. Don't have the knowledge or experience of the kings and the queens. don't have the full motion of the night. More about giving something a go. This page is about an offer. He's offering the cup. It's not the biggest offer in the world, okay? This is an offer to yourself. Just giving you, go in baby steps. There's no rush, okay? There's no rush. Everything will be done in the right time. Right, shall we reassess this? Okay, I'm going to reassess it slightly, just so it fits the narrative better. So, Queen of Pentacles, I can't move away from that. You've been hiding away from something. Let's amend that Knight of Swords. Okay, let's say it's somebody else. So, right, you're supposed to be going a little bit down the rabbit hole, and I've never clocked this on the normal Rider-Waite, but because this deck's ever so slightly different, right, we actually have a little rabbit in there in the corner. So, you're supposed to be going a bit down the rabbit hole. How far that goes, it's entirely up to you, unless you've got a really big job and you're a starseed and then you're going to get projectile vomited down there. Sorry, it's a little bit scary, okay? Try not to lose your mind. It feels like that you're resisting that, okay? And instead you're trying to keep yourself in the 3D because there's something that could potentially make you happy in the 3D, okay? However, that news ain't going to ever come. And then you're going to realise I'm not giving myself the justice I deserve. Right, so let's make a plan because we're going travelling. Okay, we're going travelling. You start to release that part of your life because you know that you're going on to a different part of life. You're going in a new direction, and it's going to involve something on a spiritual spectrum. I'm going to say that's releasing pride. You're going to release that pride because the problem is, right, when you go down the rabbit hole, I'm afraid you do come across as a bit crackers. Like I say, I'm pretty far down there. I am quite happy to admit that I'm a bit of a lunatic, okay? They can't section me. I'm not that much of a lunatic. Yeah, and there can be something you have to loosen some of that pride. You know, I've got no shame. I'm happy to talk about the weird and the wonderful stuff because I don't give a shit if anybody thinks I'm mad or not, and I don't. So yeah, it's going to involve releasing a bit of pride. So you'll be fine. Like I say, reach out. You know, if you do feel a little bit isolated and alone with this stuff, do reach out to people. Okay, be mindful and wary that not everybody's what they seem. So don't jump into the first community that you see going because it might not be right for you. Somebody might have some other ulterior motives. But find what fits with you. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. If you want a private reading, link in bio. Same day for December, bar Christmas Day because I'm getting pissed, and Boxing Day because I'm going to have hangover. Same day. Yeah, all £5 off. Ta-ta for now. Good luck.